Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Look at it. Good old election day. Good old election day. Good old election day. Yeah, let's see what happens. I'm bored. Oh man. Get down there and got my chance to vote. See, there wasn't that many people there. Really wasn't that many people at all. No, not at all. But got my chance to vote. I'm so glad about that part. For those that are just random live, nothing special going on here. Just see who jumps in and we get the chance to talk about, your candidate, how y'all feel. You know what I mean? For those that may be voting left, maybe voting right, still not decided, which you don't have much time left. But, it is what it is. Oh, man. Where I live at is mostly Democrats. And they, they're the majority around here. They're the majority around here. So, you're going to see a lot of people that are Democrat. But there wasn't that many people in line. It surprised me because I was thinking that I was going to be in line for a long time. But it didn't go that way. It was like maybe 25 people in front of me. Maybe. I went with a buddy of mine. Of course, we both voted the same way, which is for Trump. But it wasn't that many people in line. Shockingly, well, I would expect it to be more than that. But like I said, it was about 25 people. What's up, William? Trump 2024. What's up, man? That's right. You know what I mean? Thank you for jumping on the live, whatever. If you got any questions, whatever, feel free to ask if you want to. Yeah, you're right. People at work. Yeah, they at work. A few people I know said they're gonna go later on when they get off of work, whatever case may be, which is, it's cool. You know what I mean? That's kind of why when I've seen Vivek making a statement about it should be 1 day voting and it should be like a national holiday and everything should be just shut down. That way we can just kind of go vote. It ain't a whole lot of space for harvesting votes and stuff like that. I kind of feel what he was saying. I'm agreeing with him. I think it just be 1 day voting. I think it should be a national holiday. If no matter what company you work for, you should actually get paid for it. That's just my opinion. Don't mean it's going to go out that way, but I just think it should be a national holiday. If you got a job, they shut down, and every company that does in America every person should get paid for that 1 day. Yeah, I do. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I'm in Philly, so I feel the same way. I hope it turns red. I know Philly's a hard place to get to turn red, man. They just Democrats have a stronghold in Philly, unfortunately. Oh yeah. You got the same problem. You kind of got the same problem. I've never been to California, but yeah, you kind of got the same problem over there. I get enough information. I got a friend of mine that's from California, and he we actually worked together, and he was just saying how bad it was over there too. It was like, wow. I was like, he hasn't been back there in a while, but he was like, when he was there, he said it was just bad. But I mean, regardless of what side anybody's on politically, man, we gotta get this country back together, man. It's just it's bad. Like, not everywhere is suffering horribly, but it's bad. It's bad a lot of places, man. Like in Philly, there's a part of Philly. I don't know if you ever seen it on the news or anything like that. When it comes to the drug situation, man, it's a whole strip of Philly that's just like just heroin addicts just bent over. Like you can literally drive probably about a good mile, and all you see is addicts all the way down the strip, man. And it's just bad. Like, so I personally don't think Trump can fix everything. That's just not reality. Yeah, I agree. Trump, you're right. You're right. Really. And my thing is this: is that this country, man, is, and I don't think he can fix everything. I don't. I just, I think he's the head for, he's on the forehead, the bigger picture to try to control it coming over here. But there's so much stuff that's intertwined within our major cities. It's just I sometimes I look at these, and I'm like I say, I'm from Philly, and it's been ran by Democrats for years. It's been ran by Democrats, and my thing is why will we keep voting for the same mess? And that's the truth of the matter. Why would we keep voting for the same mess? And in California, I know that there's a big stronghold of Democrats there too. And if Los Angeles looked like anything, or I forget whatever county they was talking about. I know it was Los Angeles, but it was San Francisco, I think it was. If it looks anything like I'm seeing on camera, now, of course, camera's not going to give you the whole place, what everything is going on, but we got, it starts with the presidents, it starts with Congress, it starts all the way down the board, and then when you start get to these local counties and states and stuff like that, man, they just no, we can't. This country cannot afford 4 more years. We can't. I agree with you 100% with that. We can't afford 4 more years of the same stuff. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, for a lot of people, I don't even know how they survived these 4 years. Like, there was I can tell you a lot of stories, but just one of them in the store, just a little small local grocery store, and the lady just literally got tears running out of her eyes trying to figure out, and how she's just going to make ends meet, trying to feed her kids and stuff. And she just like, she's talking, trying to pay for her stuff, but she just like, this is so hard. I can't believe it's this bad. It's this rough. It's this hard. And I'm like, I'm looking at her and I'm like, man, it's just, we can't, when you start talking about leadership, and none of these politicians are perfect. None of them got answers to everything. But when you start talking about leadership, like, you got to set your feelings aside. I mean, and I know that the Democrats majority have been running on abortion, and it is what it is with that. You know what I mean? Like, but an abortion is not going to put money in your pocket. If you make that the major issue of your life when it comes to voting, how is that going to help you financially? How is that going to help you build wealth? How is that's not going to prosper or make your lifestyle any better by worrying about that particular thing. And I mean, they're trying to spin it into women's health, but at the end of the day, you got to choose what's best for you and your family. And if something on that side is best for them and their family, that's fine. Not for me. There's nothing they have to offer that's good for me. At the end of the day, it starts with my finances. That's number one. It starts with the country as a whole. I had a conversation a while back with my oldest son, and I said to him, I don't want it to hit my door. When it comes to these illegals and these immigrants and stuff like that, I don't want it to come to my door. We need to stop it at the border. Simple as that. And he agreed with me 100%. Stop it where it's at. Because once it hits your door, now you face with it. Hold on 1 second. Oh, wow. Man, how'd that happen? Like, I mean, everybody have different stories, but how did your pay scale go so drastically different? Whoa. Are you a truck driver? Oh, I figured that because I'm not. I don't. I worked in the warehouse and shipping industry and stuff like that. And that's when you said that I said for the drastic pay to go that well. The only thing came to my mind was a truck driver. Wow. Yeah. And the reason why I came to my mind was as a truck driver because, you know, even if you was making the flat line same amount of money every year, by the time you start dealing with the cost of your insurance, the cost of your truck running repairs on your truck, and the cost of the gas and everything trying to make it profitable, just being a truck driver, I feel sorry for y'all. I mean, honestly, I feel sorry for y'all. I got friends that are truck drivers, and I know. Now, one of them, it probably doesn't affect as bad because he got stable routes that he do every day. So he don't do a whole lot of extra driving and stuff like that. But when it came to repairing his truck, it was killing his pockets. Wow. You know, wow, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That's that right there, man. That's American dreams is going down the drain. Like, man, man, that's heartbreaking. I mean, I don't care. I wouldn't even care. You know, I don't really care whether you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, independent, man. It's nothing worse than seeing an American citizen fight to get to that level, man, and then have it just suck from you. And you put in all that work, man. You know, God bless you, man. I hope everything gets restored to you. I hope He give you, God blesses you back with everything hundredfold, like real that, man. Because I understand that wholeheartedly. That's too much to, go from that stage to this stage right now, man. That's my prayer for you. And I say that in the name of Jesus. I don't know what you believe, where you stand at, but I pray you get it all back. Real talk, right now. I'm not even gonna wait till tomorrow. I'm not gonna wait till later on. Let's do that right now. I mean, God bless you, bro. Oh my God, that is unbelievable. That is truly unbelievable. Yeah, at the end of the day, my income didn't change drastically. Oh wow, yeah. God bless you. God bless you. And I pray that, man. My income did not change drastically, but my cost of living did. Like it when I say drastically, it changed drastically. The only difference with me, good morning, brother. Good morning. The only difference with me is that because I pay attention to finance, I saw it coming. And I was warning my family, like, stop spending this money, stop doing this, stop doing that, stop doing this. And they wasn't listening to me. And then I said, y'all don't see what's coming. That's why I always tell people that, you need to invest and pay attention to the stock market and the government. And here's a lesson in that. If you see the government start spending and giving out a bunch of handouts and start moving money like that, you better start saving. Like, you got, and when I say saving, you got to treat it like a squirrel. And I use the squirrel as an analogy because squirrels, they will store up so many nuts. There are moments where they'll forget what they did. Yeah. Yeah, I got a pickup truck and I had to put, oh my God, man. This is ridiculous. Oh my God, that's heartbreaking. But you got to store. You know what I mean? Hopefully, man. I pray Trump get in there tonight. You know what I mean? Just on the economic aspect of it. Just hopefully he gets in there tonight, and man, we put an end to this nightmare that a lot of people are living, and it gives you an opportunity to put back the things that just that didn't go so well for you, man. And hang in there, hang in there. That's all I can say. I'm encouraging you, man, to hang in there. God is good. Hang in there. I don't care what the world says. I don't care what you lost, man. Hang in there. Don't give up on your dream. Trust God in that, man. Sometimes it's a lesson we learn, but trust God in there. I am living witness, man. God will bring. I was homeless, and He brought me back from homelessness. So I know what that's like. I mean, and I'm not saying all of our stories are different, man, but I was sleeping in my truck at one point years ago, man, and I haven't. And thank God that I got educated and I learned, and He motivated me and said, and I said, no, I'm going good. I'm going to weather this storm. And He brought me out, and I never looked back, and everything was restored to me, man. So don't hang in there. And I mean, and it's better now than it was then. Even under this situation, yeah, my cost of living it got more, but I was able to sustain myself because I saw what was coming and I was storing prior to that. You know what I mean? And so that's where the difference was with me. God bless you, man. That's great. That's great. That's great. Yes, yes. What's up, Warrior for Christ, man? What's going on, man? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys know Warrior Christ. If you on this live, man, subscribe to his craze, his page. That's some of my entertainment, man. His page is hilarious to me, but he has very, very good quality content too. I mean, he's a gun hog like me. He put out a lot of gun content, and it's very quality. And if you haven't already subscribed to his page, I mean, I like his page, and I think I would suggest that you do if you can. I mean, and anybody get a chance to already vote. If you're on this live, did you get a chance to already vote? Oh yeah, great. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Was the lines real long or? My homie said he voted early, but he was in line for like probably 2 hours. I think he said about 2 hours anyway, man. But oh man, yeah, I mean this we. Oh wow, man. Whew. I want to have that. I'm thankful I didn't have to wait that long. Oh, okay, that's what's up. Yeah, I was in line probably about good 20 minutes. I'm gonna say about 20 minutes, and I might even be actually over exaggerating that one, because it really wasn't that many people in line, and it was moving pretty good. Okay, Warrior for Christ, it wasn't too bad for you. That's great, man. That's great. That's great. Hey, I got a question, Warrior. I don't know if you feel comfortable with it. What state are you from, or what town are you from? Oh, I'm from Philly, Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Okay, Cullen, Texas. Oh, Texas. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Cool. Oh, all right. Cool. I just wondered, man. I just wondered, where you guys are from, or whatever case may be, or whatever. Yeah, I'm from Philly, man. I was talking about Warrior for Christ. Like I said, he's a gun hog with me now. Philly, it's a little different when it comes to guns and stuff like that. Pennsylvania's a gun state. Like our gun laws are not as tough as some of the other counties. But once you get into Philadelphia, it drastically changes. Oh wow! So you live right by the border. You see a lot more than what the news say, I guess. So since you live by the border, and I'm quite sure you probably see a lot more than what the news show or whatever case may be, or what we see like that. Like I see a lot of immigrants. Oh wow! Yeah, like Philadelphia, man. It's. I know y'all probably hear Philadelphia on the news, murder rates and crime and the drug situation, man. It's bad here. Like it's bad. Now, not the whole Philadelphia, but there is sections of Philadelphia, man, that's just like bad. I mean, the crime is bad, but they try to undermine it. Woo, man. Yo, that's unbelievable. 2 to 3 illegals a day. And my thing is just, I know some people like, all right, here's the thing. I'm all the way up, of course, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania is up north. And, we don't see that part of it. So, to some of us, the ignorance of it is not their fault, because the news don't always give us what's really going on. And then when they do it, they do it so fast and so quick, you don't really get it. That's why I'm glad to talk to you, because that gives me a little more insight of, somebody who's right there dealing with it. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're on this live, because that gives me a better insight of what it is. It's one thing to hear it on the news or read articles and stuff like that, or different things, but it's another thing for somebody to actually, to see and talk to somebody, another person too. Now, I got illegals in Philadelphia. Some of them I think they're right beside me, and they just piling up everywhere. And all right, I'm not going to assume that they're illegal, but everything is they are. That's all I'm saying. They're immigrants. They all of a sudden start showing up. And it's a problem because I don't see the quality. Like my thing is just I don't agree with nobody coming over here illegally. I'm just 100 against that. Now, I think if we should be scrutinized anybody that's coming into this country. Not 100% think that we should get the best of the best. I don't think we should just take anybody. I don't, and I think we should get the best of the best. And in some rare situation where it's a bad situation, I get it. But for these people that you see coming over here, and I'm not saying every single one. I'm just saying that I don't see no reason why are they here because there is no quality. They're not. My thing is this. You can see the behavior in them that says no, they should not be here. Wow. Oh wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I hope you guys got the right protection, man. That's crazy for somebody to be coming and going, taking your clothes, stealing your stuff. And my thing is this: you never, and regardless to what side of the person is on politically, you never hear the Democratic side trying to fix that part. Like this whole campaign we've been watching, we've been seeing everything going on from one place to another. You never hear them talk about they try to write a bill to say we want to fix it. No, stop it. Stop it right there. If Trump can stop it, you can stop it. If he can do it the way he did it, don't say you can't do it without a bill. If he did it without a bill, which I already know you don't need one, you're the president of the United States. You're the head of the military. You call the shots when it comes to that. If I'm running the country, and this is just my personal opinion about it, if I'm running the country and I see a fluctuation of people trying to infiltrate their way into the thing, to me, I'm looking at that as an invasion. My military is going down there, and we're going to put a stop to it. Everybody that says, oh, it's okay to let them know, I'm going to put a stop to it because if somebody was trying to invade your home, you would have the same mentality. No, we're going to put a stop to it. You're not going to just let nobody come into your home. America is our home. So it should not just be walking into our home, our country. America is our home. Now, it's not our home we live in, but it's still our home we dwell in. No one should just be walking in here without being checked and scrutinized and sent back. If no, you ain't going to come. Do it the right way, and then we'll see you there. That's it. It should not be done the way it's being done. I hear reports of them flying them over here now, and they ain't even bringing them across the border. They flying them over here. Using taxpayers' money. Flying them over here. That's crazy. That just don't even make no sense at all. That don't make no sense at all. At all. That's the only way I look at it. Oh man, I feel that. I feel your pain now. Hopefully we get Trump in. Hopefully we do. This is a battle, man. You can almost look like it is if it's a war that's not a war. It's a battle, and we don't know how it's going. Yeah, we don't know how this is going to play out. We can make an assumptions, and I was watching a couple of things to see where kind of the polling thing. I don't really like to watch polling and stuff like that, and I don't really like watching the process. I just look for the end result. I don't like to play the game of, we here, we there, this and that, do all of these analytics and stuff like that. It just, let me know what happened when it's over with. Now, little backstory, and this is why I tell people that, for me to be where I'm at is just crazy. I voted for Hillary, unfortunately. Now, I didn't vote for Hillary because I wanted Hillary. I voted for Hillary because back then I was working and Bill Clinton was the president. When I was working when Bill Clinton was the president, financially, I was doing good. I was doing all right. And then that went away. So my thought to voting for Hillary was, what's up, Chris, for real? My thought to voting for Hillary was, okay, I might get her husband by default. I don't even know if that was the best idea, but that was my thought on it. But, so I had to stomach when it was all over. I had to actually stomach the fact that Trump beat her. Now, I wasn't mad, and, there was, my family members, they was a bit disappointed because all of us pretty much voted that way. And we was a bit disappointed at the while, and they was like, "Oh, I can't." I was like, "It's okay. It's okay. It is what it is." Like, so to me, to be on the opposite side of that now, and I'm fighting the good. I feel like I'm fighting a good fight of trying to get the right president in there at this time. So that's a flip for me, and it's like, you start to see the difference when it hits your home. It never hit me like that, but this time it hit me, and it hit people that I know closely, and it hit people out in the streets. And even if I don't know you, as I'm moving about in the stores and stuff like that, I see it. I see it every day, and the hardship. And I'm gonna be honest with you, the government and the media is downplaying the hardship by far. It's way badder than what they're saying. They're not on the ground. They're not on the ground. I was talking to another lady. It was a group of us, but the one, she is working a full-time job. Well, I guess it's a full-time job. She is Ubering, DoorDashing, and Lyft. She's doing everything, all this stuff, right? And I'm like, how do you find time to sleep? She said, I can't. I get a little bit of sleep, but I got to get back up and keep going because I got me and my 3 kids to take care of. I was like, whoa. All right, now have a good one. All right, man, have a good one. God bless you. God bless you. But yeah, I'm looking at this situation. I'm like, she's working all of these, doing all of this stuff, trying to stay afloat. Now, my question to her is like, okay, abortion, economic. Right now, you're working like a slave, and you can't even survive by just having the basic job of being able to be home and mother and care for your kids. Now, I don't know the father's situation. I didn't get that far into a person's business, but look how much you have to do to survive. That's slavery. So my thing is this, you got to weigh what's more important to you. You get what I'm saying? And some people may say, oh, well, come on now. It's not, when they start talking about that abortion stuff, it's not that serious. Now, it really is that serious, but it's not, if most people, if they had enough money to be able to comfortably raise their children, they wouldn't even consider abortion. It wouldn't even be a thought in their mind. And that's real talk. They wouldn't even be thinking about it. And most of the time, when people have abortions, because they look at the financial strain of it and what it's going to cost them to try to raise that kid, and then they make that decision. Now, some of it is who you did, and some other, bad behavior stuff that probably shouldn't have did anyway. But is that? But like right now, you got to think economically more so if that's the part that's affecting you the most. Now, here's the thing: economically, it's costing me more. It's definitely costing me more. Now, I don't want the government to have more of my money. I see how irresponsible the government is. Yeah, I see how irresponsible the government is. So I don't want the government to have more of my money. I don't. I think we need to lower taxes. I think we need to bring them down a lot more and give the government very little to work with. I don't want the government in my business. I don't want the government having more tax money to work with because they're irresponsible. They're very irresponsible with the money that they're getting. They're very irresponsible with how they handle the money. And so why would we continuously give them more money to work with? It just does not make sense. And that's real talk. It doesn't make sense why we would give them more money to work with. And that's the truth of the matter. We shouldn't be giving the government more money to work with. We need to minimize government. And that's why I'm glad that Trump asked Elon Musk to audit them, because they need to be. They audit other people. So they need to be audited too. And where's that money going? How it's being spent? What they're doing with it? And they need to be scrutinized and we need to get rid of the fat that's in government. The unnecessary spending that's in government, we need to get rid of it. And that's just my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my opinion. They bringing up the stock market, saying, oh, well, stock market is up. That's an indication. There's a small factor in there that might see that the stock market is up a little bit. That has a tiny bit as far as the actual economy. But it's not an indication that the economy is better. No, it's not. It's just a small portion of it, yeah, but not as a whole. Because in the stock market, there's so much movement and volume that it affects the prices of things, more so than Oh yeah, that's just movement. How you know the economy is doing better is when you start to see. One of the indication is when you start to see companies trying to advertise more for your dollar. They're competing more to get you to spend money. That means that they're not bringing in as much money as they used to, which is what you're going to probably start to see now, the advertisement and things like that. That's one indication that the stock market is not, that the economy is not is slowing down because people don't have the money as much as they do. So what companies got to do now is they got to lower their prices, put stuff on sale, do all of this stuff to try to compete for your dollar in hopes to make profit out of that, which is what we need to see to get an indication that the economy is on its way, inflation is on its way down. So you see it a little bit, but it has nothing to do with what this administration done. It has everything to do with what the Feds did. That's why the Feds control interest rates. They use interest rates to control spending and make people, and if they don't, they'll raise interest rates to try to drain the economy. So people won't just be spend, and where these companies are charging, and they're overvaluing things, and people are unfortunately buying this stuff. And at some point, it becomes a problem. Because now it becomes unaffordable, or you're buying stuff that's not worth the actual price that you're buying for. So Feds jump in, raise interest rate, drain the economy. And then that makes people's pockets more down. And that means that they have to compete for your dollar more. Basically, they just have to compete for your dollar more because people aren't spending as much. Now, that's where you start to know that the economy is on it. Now, is inflation going in the right direction right now? Yeah, but it's still slow move. But you're not going to see the results of that if you don't get energy costs down. That's the bigger factor. If you can get energy costs down, that will jumpstart the inflation even the cost of living. I mean, the economy better because now the cost of people getting around, the vehicles, manufacturing, everything. Oil and fuel and energy it has its hands in all of that. So when you get that down, everything else follows. People have more money, more space in between the cost of living and what they're making. Now they can go out and spend a little bit more loosely because they have something to work with. Now everybody's pockets are tight. They can't just. I'm not saying every single person. Of course, rich people don't get that affected by that. Wealthy don't get affected by that. But when you start to look at the middle class and people below middle class, it becomes devastating to them. So that's why if you're a part of the middle class, it is in your best interest to vote for Trump. If you're part of the lower class, it is in your best interest to vote for Trump. The only people that they don't affect that much is the wealthy and rich and wealthy because their cost of living, because they have so much wealth, it don't affect them that way. And the bigger thing is that they really don't pay for the stuff like you think they pay for the stuff. They own so much of what's in the stock market that their cost of living is pretty most part free because they invest. So they don't tell you that part of it. They invest in where their lifestyle cost of living is free. You're financing that. You're financing their freedom of living. Now, when you look at I went in and I look at the people that are some of the donors of Kamala Harris's thing. And now both of them have wealthy and rich people that are donating to their campaign. Both of them do. But I look at who's donating as opposed to this. Now, when Elon Musk, of course, he's donating to Trump's campaign. He said he went and bought Twitter because he wants to protect freedom of speech. He put his money where his mouth is. He wants to protect the freedom of speech. He wants people to be able to freely say what they want to say. Now, I agree with him 100% with that. So therefore, he supported a candidate that is not in line with that. So it makes sense why Elon Musk supported Trump. Now, he did not look at it like Trump wasn't a big fan of electric cars. Elon Musk makes electric cars. But he looked at the freedom of speech must have had more value to him than the electric cars because he still decided, you know what? I value freedom of speech more than the business of selling electric cars then maybe I'm still going to support him. So when you look at why he did it, you know that he had to make a conscious decision because there's a possibility he might lose in this, and there's a possibility he might gain in this. Now, the losing part is you got a candidate who's